A car is the single most expensive mistake the average person makes on repeat. Every few years, they upgrade to a newer model, take on more debt, and lock up another chunk of capital in a depreciating asset. But examine the genuinely wealthy, and you find something startling. Most of them drive unremarkable vehicles. Today we decode exactly what your car reveals about your net worth, and why the right vehicle decision is one of the most powerful levers in wealth building. At zero net worth, the car becomes one of the most devastating financial traps. Without credit history or a significant down payment, you qualify only for subprime auto loans at 18 to 24% interest. A $15,000 used car financed over 60 months at 21% APR costs you $22,400 in total payments, $7,400 paid purely in interest, to own a car that is worth $8,000 by the time the loan is paid. Add full coverage insurance at $200 per month, and you have spent over $30,000 to own a $6,000 vehicle. This is the auto poverty trap. Here is the financial trap inside the trap. Buying a cheap, high-mileage car saves on purchase price, but introduces catastrophic surprise repair risk. The American Automobile Association data shows the average unexpected repair costs $500 to $800. At an annual income of $28,000, that $700 repair is 3 weeks of groceries. You now face a binary choice: drain your emergency fund, go into credit card debt, or stop driving and lose your job. The cheap car costs more than the expensive one, just not on the day you buy it. At $100,000 net worth, you make the smartest vehicle decision of your financial life. You buy a reliable, 3-year-old Japanese SUV or sedan with cash. No monthly payment, no interest, no financing fee. The $500 per month you were paying on a financed car is now redirected into an index fund. Over 20 years at 10% annual return, that $500 per month becomes $380,000. The boring car is not a compromise. It is an accelerant. Toyota, Honda, and Mazda dominate reliability rankings: low maintenance, low depreciation, high longevity. Depreciation is the silent wealth destroyer that no car salesman puts in the brochure. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, it loses approximately 20% of its value. Within 5 years, the average new car retains only 40% of its original purchase price. The smart wealth builder exploits this by buying 3-year-old vehicles, capturing a 40 to 50% depreciation discount while the car still has most of its useful life ahead of it. You pay $22,000 for what was a $38,000 car. That $16,000 difference, invested at 10%, becomes $104,000 over 20 years. At $1 million net worth, the calculus on vehicles shifts. You can now rationally afford a premium vehicle, a BMW 5 Series, Mercedes E-Class, or Audi A6, purchased outright with cash. The keyword is cash, not a 7-year loan with 4.9% APR. The vehicle serves a functional purpose: a quiet, comfortable cabin for calls, a smooth ride for long commutes, and advanced safety systems. You are not buying status. You are buying productivity and reducing friction in your daily operating environment. At $10 million, the car stops being transportation and becomes a passion asset. A Porsche 911 RS, Ferrari 488, or McLaren Senna is maintained by a specialist mechanic on retainer, stored in a climate-controlled garage, and driven perhaps 2,000 miles per year on mountain roads or track days. But there is a financial dimension as well. Rare sports cars from certain vintages, 1990s Ferrari F40, early 911 GT3 RS, Porsche Carrera GT, have appreciated at 10 to 15% annually, outperforming equities. The garage is a curated portfolio. At $100 million, the concept of driving yourself becomes irrelevant. You are chauffeured in an armored Mercedes-Maybach S680 or Rolls-Royce Phantom, both custom-fitted with full office capabilities, satellite phone, privacy partition, desk surface, and encrypted Wi-Fi. Traffic is avoided entirely through helicopter transfers for intercity travel. The vehicle is now an extension of the office. Every minute in transit is productive time. Your annual transport cost is $200,000. Your annual time savings for 100 hours of peak cognitive work. Let us run the 30-year number. The average American buys 5 new cars over their working lifetime, spending $250,000 in total payments and interest. If instead they bought reliable used cars for cash and invested the car payment difference of $500 per month into the S&P 500 at 10% annual return, that $500 monthly becomes $1,130,000 over 30 years. The difference between the car vanity path and the wealth building path is approximately $1 million. One decision, made differently, 5 times. The sticker price is the lie. The true annual cost of owning a $70,000 luxury vehicle includes depreciation, $8,000, full coverage insurance, $3,500, premium fuel, $2,400, maintenance at luxury rates, $2,000, and parking, $1,200. A total of $17,100 per year to own a $70,000 vehicle. Most people calculate the monthly payment and stop there. The real calculation includes every ancillary cost, and it fundamentally changes the math of every car purchase decision. The smartest vehicle decision for 2024 and beyond is arguably a Tesla Model 3 or comparable EV. Federal tax credits of $7,500 plus state rebates reduced net purchase price by $10,000 to $15,000. Fuel cost drops by 80%. Home charging versus gasoline. Maintenance cost drops by 60%. No oil changes. Fewer brake replacements due to regenerative braking. The total cost of ownership over 10 years makes an EV $15,000 to $25,000 cheaper than a comparable gasoline vehicle. The boring decision is the brilliant one. Thomas Stanley's landmark research in The Millionaire Next Door revealed a fact that stunned America. The most commonly owned vehicle among U.S. millionaires is the Toyota Camry. The second most popular is the Ford F-150. The BMW 7 Series, considered the quintessential rich person's car, barely registers. Real millionaires drive reliable, low-cost vehicles and invest the difference. The luxury car is a middle-class symbol of aspired wealth, not actual wealth. The most honest truth about car buying psychology is this: we do not buy cars for transport. We buy them to broadcast an identity. The $60,000 financed Audi is telling a story. I am successful. I have arrived. But the math behind the story is brutal. You are paying 6% APR on a depreciating asset to rent an identity that you cannot actually afford. Meanwhile, your car payment is depositing into a dealership's revenue, which flows into the shareholders' dividend, which compounds in their index fund. You are funding their wealth. This is the financial truth about your car. The vehicle that builds your wealth is paid off, reliable, and completely unimpressive at a party. Every dollar you redirect from a car payment into an index fund is a dollar compounding at 10% annually. The wealth gap between car minimalists and car enthusiasts over a working career is routinely $500,000 to $1 million. Drive the boring car. Park the difference. The compound interest will eventually buy you anything you actually want.